We rig something up.
Let him stay around for a bit.
Oh, how about this? I have an idea. Why don't we put the wiener on a stick?
And then I can put it in my coffee.
Oh,
Hold on, I got this shit.
You have your own stick? Is it gonna hold it? Is that gonna be good? What have I got in my bag? We can rig this. This can be done.
I think we need a straw.
A straw? Are you trying to penetrate the wiener? That's not how wieners work.
That was a 4.
I got you. Oh, you're raking what I get at you?
Yeah.
Can you see him? What is this? What's he doing? That's a weird place to do push-ups. We're gonna have a problem here. The dude that was jogging, he like laughed with me. Like we kind of looked at each other like, what? And he kind of looked at me like, what? What is this guy? What's up? I'm sorry, I don't have a translator. Put it in here. What's with the dogs that were named after us? Yeah, I guess. I guess it's like a... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, somebody did the thing. Somebody named some dogs after us. This is a cucumber cutie that...
Superseding them is this slide.
That's a pretty good looking, like, little white, was a steed over there, like a white steed.
Wow, pristine.
It looks tall too. I think that might be good for me. Yeah, I don't know. Is this an orange? Might be. Doesn't look like an orange. It's some. A little more. Close down the f-stop a little more because I don't want it to be out of focus in the back of the flower.
Minutes before we left the house, you were like, I am starving. And now it's been...
Katie, Barb's excited about weird toast. Yeah. The question is Katie excited about weird toast? And the answer is yes. Katie's always excited about weird toast. This is strange buttons. What? Oh, is that where there's chocolate smell? Maybe, I don't know where the chocolate smell is. It's actually kind of cold today. I got a hoodie. I put my hat on because I'm cold. Anyways, is everything live? Are we okay, guys? Looks live. Yeah. Hot water. Did not run last night. Well, thank you. Which mug do you want? Alpacas? Boo?
Is the pink one available? Wes Anderson available?
Wes Anderson looks like it is dirty.
Then Busan.
Busan? I'll do alpacas. Yeah, so today's gonna be a short stream, even though it is Sunday. For anybody, probably say this like 10 times since things are just getting rolling. Oh, I forgot to send a thing. Hold on. Let me advertise on Discord. The other one's, I don't know if it matters. I don't know if anybody comes in from Twitch or whatever. But I think the Discord alert is good. We have some friends in town that don't live in Japan. We were going to go for a motorbike ride with them tomorrow.
Ooh, what is the weather? It's we're tomorrow now.
But it's supposed to be really rainy tomorrow. So we're going on a motorbike ride with them today. And some people may be like, well, why don't you just stream the motorbike ride with your friends? First off, we haven't even talked to them about the idea. I don't really know if we stream. So maybe that conversation. But then I was thinking about this, like if I have some sort of technical problem with the Bella box or something during myself, I can just pull over and fiddle with it. But if there's like, we're going to have 4 bikes today. Like that's just like a pain in the ass for everybody else. And they're on a timeline because they are renting. So they're going to have to return the bikes at a certain point. And I don't want to be like responsible for like, okay, we got to pull over and fuck around with the computer. And then also we may all have comm systems. So we might be talking to each other. You guys would only be able to hear us and not them. So you'd hear like a bit of a conversation and then we'd be talking to you and they'd be like, what the hell is going on? Like that kind of thing. Like, I don't know how I haven't figured out how you would even do that on a motorbike ride with multiple people. So anyways. So that's why we're not going to stream it. Is the rain tomorrow? Still rain?
Still rain tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be like.
But it's like really early in the morning. Oh, no, then it continues in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So your
tomorrow.
score for going into the city and it always raining continues.
Oh, am I going into the city tomorrow?
Yes. Oh, wow. Yes.
Anyways, so because of the rain tomorrow, it got moved to today. Dude, I might have some elegant toast today. I might put honey on my toast. Well, no.
I did that the other day.
Did you cook it into the toast?
I didn't cook it into the toast.
Oh god, it's fucking amazing. Put honey on the toast before you put the toast in the thing. Mm-hmm. And it like crystallizes into the bread. Mm-hmm. It's fucking great. But it's like, I don't, it's too good. It's like I don't deserve it. Like, you know what I mean?
You don't deserve it.
Yeah, like I'm not a good enough person to like be like, yeah, I'm allowed to have this. Oh, you're gonna do it? Oh shit! How good of a person are you?
Really good person.
Yeah, man, crystallize that shit in. Ooh, smells like eggs up in the water. Hello. We were just doing a quick one from home today. We usually stream out and about, but today it's a quick one from home.
That's what we said. Get a glass of water.
Since I have a cooking thing for you.
What sort of dad joke is this? We need bread. Fuck.
Hmm?
So we need bread. Fuck.
Which one? Which is more important, the bread or the fuck?
That was comma fuck. I was calling you fuck. Bread fuck. I'm just messing it up. Or wasn't. It was more exclamation. Alright. So we're going honey on one of them.
That's a good honey too. That's not Chinese honey. That's not
Racist.
Hey, Black Surfer. It's not that I'm like racist. Is it racist if you're against bees from a certain area? Like, it's not people. Can you be?
Are you against the bees? You're more against the product. So
No,
if you hate Chinese products, are you
No, I don't
racist?
like what the bees. The bees do bad work. It's the bees.
Let's be honest.
Bee?
Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's what the bees are doing.
It is.
It might be
They're
what's
pure
happening
honey.
after.
I think it's what happens before the bees. I think that like the air has got pollution and stuff, so the flowers have got shit in them, and it messes up the honey.
There's bad stuff in everything.
Regardless, the bees should be doing better work.
Hmm?
And it's not racist if you don't like the bees. If you go to someplace and remember, okay, we went to Ayutthaya and all the dogs were assholes. Are you racist because you don't like the dogs from Ayutthaya?
Let me think about it.
And the dogs probably behave like that because of their environment. The same way the bees.
I wonder why those people aren't taking care of the dogs and sorting the dog shit out, but there's just too many dogs, and nobody wants to kill hundreds of dogs, and nobody has enough money to neuter.
It doesn't cost much to neuter a dog. Spaying a dog is expensive, but neutering a dog, like when we used to castrate pigs, you just get one, and you hold it up by its back legs, and then another person would come with a scalpel, and it would be 3 swipes, 1, 2, 3, and then you pour iodine on the wound, and then let it down, and it would run off. That's how we would neuter pigs.
That seems pretty inhumane.
How do you think they do it?
I thought that they put a rubber band around it.
No, a pig's balls are too taut. There's no danglage. Here, we'll get a picture of pig balls.
Okay.
Like, they're like, you can't put a rubber band around a pig's nuts. But like a sheep or something, like they hang. So you can use this, you've got this like mechanism that you squeeze it and 4 fingers open, like now. Like this, when you squeeze this mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
So you put a rubber band around the mechanism, you squeeze this thing and then you put it up over the balls and you let go, and then the fingers come down like this, and you just drop it down and the rubber band is there. And then in a couple of weeks, because you do like 20 of them at a time, and then in a couple of weeks there's little ball bags like all over the paddock.
They're a little ball bags?
Yeah.
They just fall off?
Yeah, they shrivel up and fall off. Can you honk the
Which animal is this?
sheep? Can you honk the chicken for Z's? Honk the chicken.
All I can see is little ball bags around there.
Thanks, Z's.
Oh, I thought you were talking to them. I was over here in my own little ball bag, barnyard, weird imagery that I didn't know you were talking to me.
That's what everybody was at their breakfast pig ball pictures. It's not the actual balls, it's the scrotums. Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio.
What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something on the plate. Like, what goes here?
Your drink and...
Oh, yeah, tea. Oh, it's not hot anymore. Juice. Katie, why is the honey in the fridge?
Oh, that's where I put things.
I love apple blossom honey over clover honey. I don't know what I have. I have bee honey.
And racism.
Probably what? Honey in the orange juice. Take the edge off. Need to brush my teeth before we leave, so we need to brush that in for the time. We have to like leave at like 9:30. Like leave. Waiting for something called live stream, and I've But I'm watching, Eurovision. I think there was some drama with Eurovision. Like somebody got kicked out or something?
The Israeli girl is stuck in a hotel.
She's stuck in a hotel?
They won't let her leave the hotel unless she's performing because Palestinian supporters are running amok.
They're gonna like attack her or something?
Possibly. I think that's what's happened.
What?
I only saw a little blurb about it. So somebody else might have more information.
Yeah, what's going on with
they're
Eurovision?
watching.
I just thought that there was
Eurovision.
drama. I thought like somebody wore something wrong or something. I didn't realize it was like heavy like that. Most commercial honey is clover.
Alright, so we got one honey. Ever since Eric's birthday, I've gotten to eat real butter. We never buy real butter because Eric has cow problems and he can't eat lactose. So I've got the leftover butter from the cake that we made for him.
Has it been better?
It's way better.
Is it better?
Yeah, I mean, it's salty and just... I'd have to try that again. I've had this... I remember the first time I ate it, I was like, fuck. That's good. But it doesn't spread as easily as what you're working with. So it's kind of annoying.
I think it's not supposed to be like refrigerated.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's something.
It's like if it's not cold. Can you stop the beeper?
Yeah. Remember when we went to that gyoza restaurant and the guy was just letting the beeper happen until it was like until it turned itself off. The guy just let it go. Like, dude, we're running a society here where we don't go insane. And I'm hungry, and you haven't given me food yet, and I'm very cold in your restaurant that's supposed to be filled with heat because you make gyoza. So butter, honey. We found out about this harissa sauce. It's just spicy red spread.
Okay, it was a mixed reception for Israeli boos and cheers. The Netherlands got stopped from performing. That's about drama? Why did the Netherlands get stopped from performing? That part sounds juicy. You gotta let me know how that honey goes.
Oh, and the girl from Israel was doing a song about January 7th.
October 4th?
October 7th.
October 7th.
Yeah, we get all these. They're just dating things now.
It's getting hard
instead
to
of
keep
giving
track
it a
of
name.
them
Yeah. History is now just date. That's when you know it's boring.
But history's always been dates.
I
That's
know.
what history is.
Well, no, they give things names. Like the First World
Like
War.
like the 9/11.
No, that's when we stopped naming things.
We put the
Pearl Harbor.
The 9/11.
Before it was just names of places. We're not very. D-Day. Here we go. We got D-Day. May-Day.
Mayday.
We were just daying things.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, such war. Oh, but the girl.
No Ogura.
She had a song about that, and she's not gonna do it because it was too much or something like that. We got changed around.
D-Day. You about to come over here?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're doing.
She was already there.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
case when I bring the knife with.
We need to chat. So that's what's on the agenda today. We're just doing a short breakfast stream today. Usually I do a long stream on Sundays, go out and kind of do like what I did yesterday, but it's not working out this week with our schedule.
All right, where's the honey at? I think this is the honey.
I worry that it's like been too long now.
Oh no.
It's not warm anymore. Did it do the thing?
What?
Like the honey is like crystallized
Shush.
into the toast.
That's weird. When's the last time you rode a train?
It's been a while.
When's the last time you rode your bike?
My bike?
Mm-hmm.
This week.
Well, I guess bike isn't public.
My bicycle. Like this week. I think I went and got a bento on it one day.
I guess the last time you needed to ride a train might have been my last doctor's appointment.
Didn't we scoot? I'll ride a train tomorrow. If I go into the city with you.
Mm-hmm. Metro Mysteries when we played that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've had Scooty for a year, and I mostly ride Scooty now. But the trains are awesome.
When we were going to Hamamatsu, we went to Hamamatsu last week, and we thought, we're going to go on Scooty. We've made all the booking reservations, but when you're going to be exposed to the elements for 5 hours, you kind of have to tell yourself, if it's going to rain that day, we're not going to ride the scooter.
Yeah.
So the train was the backup to that, and it was just like, oh, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll be lovely.
Apparently they were being filmed by the paparazzi, and they got in the singer's face and did a threatening gesture. It's complicated. Probably should buy 2 Komeda Ogura. You gotta figure out how to make it, man. Start growing beans.
Speech to text isn't working.
It's not working?
No.
Are you sure your sound is working? You have your headphone in?
Mm-hmm.
Speech to text is working over here.
Kyde Derek says TTS testes.
Okay. All right. We got
Why don't you get this moose involved?
all the normal reasons.
Yeah, you're thinking something wrong exactly. Your cucumber plants broke this. Oh, that's exciting. Are they going to be like Japanese skinny long cucumbers or like American? American cucumber. The big ones are zucchinis, right? Or the American cucumbers, are they bigger?
American cucumbers are fatter. They're the size of your eye, whereas
Who sizes things by your eye?
you've never seen like movies where they put the cucumber on their eyes.
Those aren't zucchinis.
No,
What's the difference between a zucchini and a cucumber? It's not the same thing.
zucchini is quite dry, whereas the cucumber is quite wet on the inside. The flavor is definitely different.
Barb, we're gonna take a train when we're in America. I looked up the prices and stuff. It seems doable. I don't know. Are we gonna have a vehicle like when we're in Fredericksburg?
I asked my family to check on their insurance if I was allowed to ride their car. Last time I was there.
And
Sorry, it's talking. So I need to have them check again because their insurance may have changed, their cars may have changed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would assume your dad would be the person's vehicle. He probably is the one that's most likely to have an extra vehicle.
Mm. And then, do they have an extra vehicle? Is it one I feel comfortable driving? And I mean that in the sense, like, my dad hands me the, like, car that he really loves or whatever. I don't know if I want to ride it. Ooh, burp. Oh, bye, burp.
I'm feeling the mountain, yes. I climbed like a bazillion stairs yesterday to get to this top. It's actually a really cool area. It's like out towards Chichibu.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's Mount Mitake, but like the other side of it, I'm supposing. There's all these like shrines and stuff like going up it. It's a pretty cool vibe. But I hiked up this thing, and it was a long way. And quite a few of these shrines, like at different stages, and each one was like one of them was like you could pull your car up and like bless your car. It was one of those types of things, like at the base. And then as you went up, there were some that was like there was a shrine for like praying for like women or something. I can't remember exactly. And then there was one. There
You
was
pray for me?
no. And then there was one that was like
women.
praying for eyeball and heart health. Like, I don't know, it's just stuff like that. You are women. Yeah, there was a Russian cannon, like a random Russian cannon in the woods. The place was kind of unique. It was neat.
Ukulele dude's having a great day.
At the ukulele festival, is it just people playing music, or is it people selling ukuleles, or both?
Are people dressed up as ukuleles?
Is there a ukulele mascot? Cucumber and zucchini, all pumpkins and melons, are cucurbits. They're technically fruits and not vegetables.
That's what I was sitting here thinking. I was like, I
They have
think a
seeds.
cucumber.
They have seeds inside of them, so that's fruit.
Yeah. But
Like I have,
like lettuce doesn't have a seed.
but I have seeds. So I'm a fruit.
Those are living little beings. They're not seeds. You just call it a seed.
It is a seed.
Squiggling around in there.
Coming to get you.
Yeah. I'm just hoping the 3 slices are coming.
I think we'll be outside today, driving down the room, like, it smells like seeds out here. All of it. You had vendors selling instruments. Oh, nice. Did you buy a new ukulele? How many do you have? Is the next question. You had 3 songs. Oh, cool. I'll check out Anthony's brother's band. Anthony, what does your brother do in the band? He's in Pennsylvania right now.
What?
That's his brother's band. Cool bell work.
Fucking motherfucker looks like Poseidon. Well, that was nice.
He's the singer. His brother is the singer.
You're from the sea.
You have over 30?
What will I put on my toast
That's
in
a
the
lot.
US? I'll definitely put cottage cheese on it. I've been daydreaming about cottage cheese for a little while. There'll end up being a lot of like breakfast options that I can't have here. I'm gonna have a toaster strudel like once a week for sure.
A couple of Fruit Loops on your toast.
No.
Are you gonna come back like real big?
I think I gained 5 pounds the last time I was there.
You look good right now, though. I think you got your weight in a nice spot.
Eric liked big booty.
Yeah, you're doing all right. This is good.
You gonna touch my butt on the video? Girl.
Is that a Bjork t-shirt? It is a Bjork t-shirt. It's the same one I wore yesterday. Probably shouldn't wear it. I actually got all sweaty yesterday. What am I doing? Everyone but the drummer met in high school. Band originally formed them. Have they played consistently ever since then, or was it like they got the band back together, found out you were coming to town? Have you seen that there's
Came out of the sea.
Came out of the sea.
For one more show.
Have you seen the Aurora Borealis stuff that's going on?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's something that you can see from here. I highly doubt it.
I googled it in Japanese to see where you can see it in Hokkaido and like Aomori and stuff, but not just far south.
I thought about buying a plane ticket up there and surprising you, but then I was like, oh, I have to learn a lot of stuff. But I was playing the the news drinking game, so I was like, no, you can't play the drinking game and then think about
Airplane tickets.
Yeah.
And then you could get there and it could be cloudy.
Yeah.
You seriously saw it up in Idaho? Idaho. Yeah. A lot of people in our Discord. We have people in our Discord from like all around the world. A lot of people from different places have been posting photos. The guitarist and my brother had been very close the whole time and not really doing any music until 2020. When we recorded stuff to lay down. Do they have records? You should DM me some of their records. When was the last time Eric played an instrument?
Yesterday?
Yeah. No, not yesterday. Yesterday I went out and streamed. The day before yesterday?
Day before yesterday.
I think it might actually be happening. The Aurora thing might still be happening like tonight, maybe. A lot of people are getting photos that is very unnatural looking of the Aurora. Like if you use like photo mode and it takes like a long exposure, it can see more than your eye by a lot. So it'll make the fire, like the sky looks crazy, and then they're like, yeah, it was like a little bit red.
Good morning. I can't read that name. So stupid.
Slothimus Prime.
Slothimus Prime.
It's just like dark black text on black. Don't you have
What's
TTS
the
in here?
band's name?
I don't know. He'll DM me. Made Melody. Katie looks, if you ask her, hey, you want to go play drums? You get a little bit like in the eyes. You're like, oh yeah, that sounds like I can tell you want to.
I can't really do it.
Yeah.
But I'll try.
We need to get an electric drum set. Somebody was selling one, like a used one, and it was like a very good electric drum set. And it came with, he had built this platform. So it's like a piece of wood and then a bunch of tennis balls and then a piece of wood on top of it. And he had bolted it all together. And it makes it so that any vibrations from the electric drum set get absorbed by the tennis balls. So that, because ours, if we get an electric drum set, it's going to be in my office directly above us. I just worry about how much like it's going to shake the house and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he had built this platform. He was selling the electric drum set and this thing. It was like 2 days after I bought Scooty. And he wanted like, it was expensive. It was like $1,500 or something. But for what it was like a $2,500 drum set plus this thing. For what it was really cheap. But I just spent all the money on Scooty and I was like, I can't spend another multi-$1,000 toy. I just can't. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? But I on retrospect, I should have because it was so cheap for what it was. What do we have? We had weird toast.
Weird toast. I tried Eric's instruction on weird toast.
Will you do it again in the future that way?
I gotta measure the honey. Because I wonder if I didn't get all the honey I could have got, or
too much honey.
Yeah, I could have had too much honey.
That
You know what?
Hold on, let me check. That feels okay.
Just enough honey.
Yeah.
I
That fucking bear with the honey in the jar and the hand, he's like got all over his face and stuff.
had a daydream yesterday, and it was about the bread comes in the same bag, but the bread is baked so that it comes in the sticks that I like, because I end up cutting mine so that I can have 4 flavors. But if the bread just came like that,
Why don't you cut it before you bake it or before you toast it?
because I like to just put it in. I don't want to get the scissors out. I'm already gonna knife later.
Why don't you get a whole loaf and
Then you're gonna pull one out and you go, "What the fuck is this?"
I have my own loaf. I get the
Yeah,
expensive
your own
stuff with the rat parts in it.
I want them to do it for me. And if they did it for me, then I've got crust on all the sides. Wow. What a dream.
Japanese people hate the crust.
Yeah. Double that.
Ever had egg bites for breakfast?
What's an egg
I
bite?
don't know what egg bite is. What is that?
We talked about.
Yeah, I had to do 30-second exposure at ISO 2000. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I've never seen Aurora. I would like to, though. Pooh Bear is a honey addict. Yeah, somebody needs to get him in a program.
A quarter of an English muffin.
Just made some that have a quarter of it. I don't know, egg bite. Are you thinking of, maybe she means bagel bites. I know bagel bites.
You know, egg and bagel pretty close. Like some letters overlap.
Bagel bites. I can have an egg right now, couldn't I? We're gonna get tomato style in here. They don't give me fruit though.
The egg bites, you bake them in a muffin. Who was the egg bite originator? Okay. All right. So Chibi said bake in a muffin pan. Like, if that's all you do to it. I put it in the microwave sometimes. Seems the same. Like if I want to make Erica egg very quickly, maybe I'll try the oven. Oh, you could prep it. It's like a mini omelet. In a muffin pan, it wouldn't turn out to be a mini omelet. It's just a pod. How would it be a mini omelet? Do you scramble first? Because I'm just seeing you put the egg directly into the pan. So it's more like a sunny side up, or just depends on how long you cook it. Omelet? I don't think that's true. Hey, Heather. Things are getting out of hand over here. There's like blenders and coffee and cheese.
Shredded cheese. This sounds complicated.
I make weird toast.
It sounds good.
The toast goes in.
Don't get me wrong. If somebody made it
toaster.
for me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll have the
I'll probably end
egg
up
bites.
making what they're talking about. It doesn't sound too hard. We don't have cottage cheese, but be careful.
Can you get Yanaka cheese?
Got too many holes in the.
You just got to do a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're a butt muncher. Oh, we forgot to look up the pig balls. I wonder what it's called. Like, there's a special name for pig scrotum. What am I going to Google here?
What?
I wonder if pig is a special word for a pig scrotum.
Squiggler.
A squiggle? No, it's a tail. Duh.
Oh. Anatomy is hard.
No, pig test. That's one word question. He was going for more of a Zeus look, but I'll take Poseidon. Poseidon's kind of cooler than Zeus, isn't he?
Is Poseidon the reason that I say Poseidon more than I would say Zeus is because we have this huge
Poseidon statue
in Virginia Beach. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And your
pretty
brother
cool.
is that, so you should look up Virginia Beach Poseidon statue,
Is it
and
Poseidon
then
or
give it to
Neptune?
your brother, and then tell your brother that he needs to that's the goal. He needs the staff and everything, and the lightning bolts. Yeah, and maybe get an aerial.
Yeah, see? You can't put a rubber band on those.
Wow. No, 1, 2, 3.
And they like scream bloody murder until they're hanging upside down. As soon as a pig hangs upside down, it's just like this. They stop screaming for some reason, like all of them, like it's like a button.
So they're hanging upside down?
Yeah, you hold them by the back legs.
Uh-huh.
You catch the piglet. That was my job. And then I'd pick up the piglet by the back legs and hold it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then like while it's upside down, it's just dangling, like looking at the ground, like, okay, whatever. And then that's when you get the scalpel. And somebody else obviously does it. It'd be hard to do.
Hold them up.
Yeah, it would be hard. You hold him one piglet leg and he's like waddling around. You got a scalpel, you're going to end up slicing up things. You're going to end up with no squiggler. California Gin. Long time watcher, first time comer. Oh, hello. Thank you for watching for long times and commenting. Appreciate the prime.
What? Don't watch that, dude. It said California Wren.
Yeah, gin.
Wren? Because it did it in English.
Oh, the
California
TTS thing.
Wren.
No, it when it sees one kanji, it reads it in Chinese.
Ah, Wren.
Yeah.
Mm.
Another California gin.
Wren. I'm gonna learn all the Chinese pronunciations for all of the.
Oh, and then
just start mixing them together.
Oh God.
So
bad
my
enough.
class on Friday, I got sat with 2 Chinese people and 1 Japanese person, and I've talked to this Japanese guy before. We had a very smooth conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like at one point he was like, "Your Tene is really, really good," and it actually felt
Tene
like,
go?
yeah, and it didn't feel like, and it didn't feel like Joseph, keep trying. It felt like you're kind of there,
Yeah.
and I was just like, whoa, that feels pretty good. Friday was a good day, by the way. And the Chinese people that I was working with, I know the dude, he's come to many classes that I've been in, and most of the time he just uses his phone. Like, he says what he wants to say into his phone, and like the conversation just goes like that.
in Chinese, he speaks it in Chinese, and then it kicks it out in Japanese. So he's just FOB.
No.
Oh.
He's not. Like, he's been going there as long as I've
There's
been
a certain
there.
type of person, too, that, and I've noticed this has erupted a little bit in the past probably 5 years or so. There's a certain type of person who just lives through translation on their phone.
Mm.
And that's fine if that's how you want to do things. But, like, it's weird to go to a class to learn a language and continue to do that instead of pushing yourself. But it's like, they're just like, nope, this is how I do things. You see people talk about it.
It's an easy tool, and I found the tool, and it works consistently, and I don't really have so many problems.
like,
so why would I spend 7-10 years of my life trying to figure this shit out?
But why go to the classes and waste people's time is the part that I can't quite figure out.
Because they are going with that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I thought they just weren't going to the classes at all.
Well, the guy you're talking about
yes.
is who I mean. Like, why go to a class where people are trying to learn and just use Google Translate, like, the entire time? I understand using it sometimes. Like, we got to get past this. Something that's got confused. There's a logistics thing I need to understand.
Like,
I get that, but, like...
It hurts when I have to do something such as... I don't ever do the talking into my phone thing, but I do, like, Google Translate letters and shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess part of the thing is when I started learning Japanese, Google Translate sucked ass. Like it was it was bad. So I wouldn't even use it, and I got used to not using it. So I really rarely even use it for important documents. And now I'm afraid of using it for like something like a bank document or something and having it feed me the information wrong. You know what I mean? Even though I would be way faster if it was accurate to ingest the information. I think I've just kind of like triggered myself or trained myself that it's always inaccurate.
But
what class? She goes to they're kind of classes. It's
They're
more
volunteer classes, like Japanese people. Well, the one that we're talking about in particular, you can study any language that you want. Like, if you wanted to come in there and learn Chinese, you could walk up to somebody who's a Chinese person and be like, "Can we talk in Chinese today?" There's no like decision about what people are going to do. Other people could be studying English. The majority of people there are studying Japanese, and Japanese volunteers come in for it's called a lounge, for every lounge, and you can talk to a Japanese person.
it's like a free thing. It's like you have to pay a membership or anything for this one. Sometimes it's like 1,000 yen a
This
year or
one,
something.
I didn't have to pay anything.
But it's not like a structured class exactly.
And it's run twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. So for an hour and a half, you can go and have a conversation. And like you usually get sat at a table with 4 people. And depending on if more people come, sometimes you'll be at a table with 6 people.
Are they doing a good job at that one of splitting you up into different levels?
No.
So it's just
So
4 random people.
4 random people. So I knew Guy, a Chinese guy.
Like a language learning club. Yeah. This is
What's this mean? A town hall or we?
whatever.
This is like a non-profit that is run out of Mitaka. I think they do get support from the government, but it's not done by the government.
Some of these things are just like, it'll just be like a group of like I've been to a lot of these way back in the day. It'll be like a group of old ladies and they just rent out a community center. And it's like, it costs them 500 yen to rent a community center for 2 hours. And that's the organization. That's it.
Do you have a specific goal? I just wanted to impress that old man, so I think I'm finished. Just get better. Be able to function better. Be able to roll better. And we had great roll. But so the Chinese dude, he's kind of slapsticky and goofy and I don't even know where Katsushika is. But
Katsushika, that really sounds familiar.
I know that he has kids because he brings his kids sometimes. And then I turned to the woman that was there and I was just like, "Oh, hi, I'm Katie." And she said, she was telling me her name, and then the Japanese person was like, "They're married."
Katsushika's on the other side of the city, like past Adachi. Yeah, it's
we've been to Katsushika.
We
went there.
We filmed a video there, didn't we? They had that giant park in the north.
Yeah. And the prison.
Yeah, it's a long way from there. It's like an hour and a half.
So
yeah, the prison.
I found out that it was his wife. And I was like, oh, I've been seeing this guy for months upon months upon months. And now I'm seeing the other part of him, which was kind of interesting. Like, these people live together. And I talked to her, and I was ending up taking what the Japanese person, who he would not dumb anything down. I had to take in what he said, put it into what I know, because I'm only getting bits and pieces of what he's saying, and take it into what I know, and put it out to what she knows.
The Chinese girl.
Yeah, and we spent like...
so she's below you, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
We spent about a half an hour, just me and her, like, trying to feel out where each other are. But the reason that I brought this up is because the Japanese man would... Yeah, it was a telephone game for sure. But they would sit there and write down kanjis, and they'd instantly understand what was going on. And in the future, I want to ask people, tell me what the Chinese pronunciation is. Tell me what the Japanese pronunciation. I want to see the difference. I want to see how hard it. No. I'm not
crazy.
I'm not gonna. No. I want to see how hard it is for Chinese people because I don't have an appreciation for that.
It's going to be at a level that you're probably not going to comprehend exactly the same way they do because they have to strip out all the tones. So like in Chinese, like the word ba can be like, I think it's ba. It's like mother and horse, and like depending on if it's like ba, like the way that the tone falls changes which one it is. So like
and
when,
I won't hear
when they're
those
doing
finenesses.
Yeah, you're not going to totally appreciate it exactly.
It's still kind of interesting.
So when a Chinese person is learning Japanese kanji, they have to flatten all that. All that gets eliminated. That must be a clusterfuck because their brain is programmed to really hear in those tonal things. Yeah, I've always like.
Well, but me and that girl, we had a lot of fun.
Are student loans big issue in Japan, or the costs aren't nearly? It's not like America. It's not like America. Is X extremely expensive, or is it just like America? The answer is almost always it's America, not a new. Yeah, the prison there is also where they do executions, right? Like the prison is where the federal executions happen in Japan.
That's where death row is.
Yep. I know Chinese and I'm learning Japanese now. The onyomi are similar to yeah. But too different for me to remember them. Yeah. And like again, you have to strip out all the tones and everything. A lot of people think that you see this argument a lot that like, oh, it's easy for Chinese people to learn Japanese. It's totally not. I've seen so many Chinese people struggle with it. Like the grammar is completely different. They don't have the same, like my understanding is they don't have the same like separation of different levels of politeness, like in the same way that Japanese and Korean do. Like the way that particles all function is completely different. And like people are like, well, it's just an Asian language that uses the silly characters. But like they have an advantage in that sense that they don't have to grind learning all of the kanji, but they have to learn new versions of them. And sometimes a kanji in Chinese can mean something, and then in Japanese it actually has a different meaning, even though it's like the similar or same character. So it's not a one-to-one thing. I think there's like some character, I can't remember what it is now, but there's like some character in Chinese, it means toilet, but in Japanese it means something polite, but I can't remember. There's something like that. Like,
oh man.
Like it's like toilet paper or something.
But that girl said the N-word like 400 times.
Oh, she's from northern China.
Wow, I was just like, you're racist. And then she'd look over at her husband and she'd say it and they'd be like, ah.
Yeah, Korea to Japanese seems like it's the easiest Japanese learning origin to come from. Just from like observation. I've seen a lot of people working on this. And like I've seen Korean people really go fast. Like they'll in a year they'll get N1. And it's like not like an abnormality. Like they just pound through it. But
what I'm struggling with is piecing together a thought based on just a gobble of words.
Like when somebody speaking to you or you outputting?
Actually, reading is kind of what I'm talking about. Like taking in how something is said, and it just doesn't make sense. I have to spend more time, I feel, like putting it together.
Just gotta read more.
Yeah.
More.
But I was having fun reading on the bus, or not the bus, the train.
Yeah, the toilet paper thing.
Gonna write a toilet paper.
Chikan means mentally ill man in Chinese, not quite the same meaning in Japanese. Often learning something totally new is easier than having to unlearn parts of similar things. Yeah, there's some truth to that too. Like katakana words in Japanese are a nightmare sometimes. It's like you can deduce maybe the meaning of it because it's maybe based in English or whatever. Not always. And that's part of why it's confusing. Like sometimes you'd be like, what in the living hell is this katakana? And you're just thinking it must be English that I can't figure out because the pronunciation is so twisted. And you're like, oh, it's Portuguese. So I don't know what this word is. But there's also, when I'm speaking Japanese and I have to put a katakana word in, if it's a katakana word I don't use often, it can be a nightmare to pronounce it in katakana pronunciation and not in English pronunciation. It usually falls somewhere in between where nobody would understand it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it's just, you gotta, what is this word? Like, okay, untangle it and yeah, do what with my tongue?
Mm.
If it's a common word, of course, you get used to it, but.
I'm caffeinated.
Are you gonna bounce off the walls today?
No, I'm straight chill.
Have you gotten message from them that they're like on their way and stuff? It'll suck if we drive out there and something gets canceled. Pre-guide.
Pre-guide. So
Pre-guide.
that's how you play? It's the guide to playing?
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I hear that and I just think, what is that? That's ticket agency?
Pre-guide. Or it could also be like the booklet that you get when you go to a play.
Yeah. It's a ticket agency. I've never heard that word. Do you have an example of that? Do you mean like katakana words? It's like it can't be like banana. Like that's like too easy. It's like it's when the pronunciation gets tricky. It's like it can't be something that's like really common. That's the problem. So now I'm trying to think of an uncommon katakana word that I stumble over sometimes. God, there's a few of them that every time I have to say them, I'm like, God damn it. Yesterday I had to write my name on a list, and I wrote it down, and she came out, and what did she say? She said, I wrote Klein, right? Kodain. She came out and she said, Wadain.
Oh, because it looked like
the
this.
Because it was like, I talked about this on stream yesterday, but the table to write on the thing is so low for me. Like, so like I bend over and I'm like stretched over and I'm writing. It's just hard to write clearly. So and when I left, I looked at it. It totally looked like a law. I know why she said that, but I was like, could I know? And she's like, oh, yeah. I can see that, I guess. Yeah. She kind of laughed at me too. I felt kind of dumb.
Maybe if you'd written it better.
Yeah, maybe if you didn't write like an idiot. Makudanudo. You just maku. Maku. That's easy. That's one of those that is like you can cheat. But that's another thing about katakana too. It seems like if it's a long word, they usually just abbreviate it. Staba. Insta. Famima. Makune. But it's like, I saw a map once, it's like different parts of Japan use different abbreviations for McDonald's. Like it's Maku, but like in Osaka or something, it's like Makudo, I think.
I think the do should be there. I like the Australian one, Macca's. Take your medicine. Don't be a pussy, take your medicine.
Yeah, Tegami, that's what it was. I knew it was something. It was Tanugi. He looks like he's kind of seen some shit.
I got a drinking problem. Oh yeah. Might have broke him.
Has he got... Can we get lost in the tunnel? Where's the minimum focus distance? You're fucking up my... There we go. There he is. I agree that I will try to pronounce something and see cut on it and don't figure it out, then realize it's not an English word. Yeah. I can't think of anything that's happened like that recently. But I remember when we first moved here, running across some of those. Shell shock Tanuki.
Shell shock Tanuki.
How much does it cost to make a little thing like this? Like, you got a factory someplace? Like, it can't be that expensive, but they probably make a gazillion of them, right?
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, how many do you have to make? You make 1,000 of them, and they're like $1 a piece or something? Like, could you get 1,000 of these for $1,000? How many do you have to make? Like, could we make little scooties?
I don't know. Maybe you could.
Do we have a market for 1,000 scooties? Could we sell 1,000 scooties? I'd buy probably 4 of them personally.
Vodka.
Yeah, 15 cents, but like, how many do you need to? Because I bought this for like 300 yen. So they probably made it for what, 50 cents or something? It seems crazy that you could make something this intricate for 50 cents. Like, look at it. It's kind of miraculous, really. And it's just a little plastic thing. And but like, look, it's got like paint on it or whatever. Somehow they painted it. That kanji's really well written. There's so much emotion in his face. You're stepping on my toenail that I ripped off.
Ew.
It's still down there. It didn't completely come off. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so I had my food. You showed me some fucking pig testicles. And now you're talking about your dangly remaining fucking toenail that you ripped off 2 days ago. What are you doing to really, like, keep it exciting between us? Or, like, at the very least, comfortable and not grossed out?
You know, exciting. I checked over here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good.
I know. I'm doing a solid job.
Like, pig testicles are romantic.
No.
You gotta hold them with the back legs.
I know. And you gotta tell me the story. You gotta do the gestures in the air and shit.
3 swipes.
Now I'm just gonna see your dad cutting fucking pig balls out all the time.
I had to do it. He made me do it sometimes.
Did that area bleed a lot?
Not as much as you'd think.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like incredibly vascular.
Yeah, not as much as you'd think. You're ripping on me about like being over the edge, and now you're like, the pig balls don't seem so vascular. Is it painting or injection in a different color of plastic? It feels painted. Like, would you say they painted? It's probably like not painted, but like a machine like printed it. It's probably printed somehow, like onto the plastic. But like, what about the rope? How the hell did they get that green that intricate? Like, it's not perfect, but it's fucking damn perfect. I couldn't do that with my hand. And like his face and stuff is different colors. And look at the top. The top like has these intricate lines on it. How did they do this?
The lines are just impressed onto the plastic,
okay,
and
how
then
is it
it's the
different
same
colors?
color. It's the same color. It just gets stuck in there in layers over.
No, that's a different color. It's brown. What? This is light brown. That's dark brown.
When you put too much, when light brown gets layered multiple times, it becomes brown.
But it's down.
I know it's down, but a lot of it gets stuck in there, so it deepens the color. Wow.
No, I think you'd end up with this situation.
You know what? You are the master of the pig balls.
You'd end up with this situation.
I can tell you about colors.
We got texture on his body. How come it didn't change colors now, big dog?
Because it's a very dark color. But if he had been lighter brown...
I think I have another one of these. Okay, he might be lighter brown. Let's do some investigations.
We need a new tanuki.
Why?
Because I had something I needed to remind myself of, and I don't remember what it was right now. So we need a new one.
Look at this one. Jeez, look at his nuts.
It's the same thing.
His hat is the same. But regardless, like, look at the tiny little socket.
Did these come out of the same machine?
Yeah. He looks much more jolly. I'm just saying it's a miracle that you can make these things. And it's like, this isn't even that. I mean, think about what's inside of the phone. Like, none of this is real. This is all a simulation. He can glide with his ears and his... Yeah, I know. Sounds like flower time, Eric. I gotta give her flowers because I showed her pig nuts for breakfast. The pig nuts are the flowers, aren't they?
Whoa.
He's drunk.
That's true.
We probably need to go.
Yeah, we got to go. I'm not awake yet.
All right, we need to get moving, so we're gonna have to go.
On those balls.
On those balls. But I appreciate everybody hanging out, and hopefully next weekend I'll be able to actually stream on Sunday, and we won't be promising things we can't do. Gonna raid Bottlehead. I don't know what she's up to. It looks like it's just Raylet. It doesn't look like Bottlehead's out with her. She gets up like, dude. I wake up sometimes at like 5:30, 6 in the morning or whatever, and like I check Twitch, and she's like been out for like 3 hours. Like she goes out and streams in the middle of the night. She's in Tokyo. She's in our time zone, so like she goes out and streams like crazy times. It's probably pretty smart because she's catching the European and American time zones. But man, that's a lot of effort to get up that early.
Well, I mean, if you shift your schedule, then your schedule is shifted and it's just normal stuffs.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that when you're working this summer.
It's only like 3 weeks.
It'd be an interesting experiment.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You owe them for her surgery when she was away for 5 weeks. She was away for 5 weeks. She owes me flowers. I had to hold down
Yeah.
That's how this works. When you come home...
I bought flowers since then.
Did you bring me any omiyage?
Yes.
Enjoy some pig balls.
I brought you several omiyage. Miyagi. What's a yagi?
Now you can't even pronounce the
Omiyage.
Japanese words.
Yeah. Dumb.
All right, guys. See y'all later.
Bye.
Gotta brush our teeth and get ready. Snack. That's the snack scene.
Oh.